Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Well, what do we have here? Claims that Nolan Wells was sniffing. They say he was doing that booger sugar. Give me a thumbs up if you believe that, fam. Thumbs down if you say, man, I was born in the morning, but not this morning. Boy, I told you, fam. I think that was Sunday I told y'all that they was going after his character. They was getting ready to go after his character. Yeah. Those uncivilized mutts. Good Lord. This is why I say, fam, you cannot have any compassion for them. You cannot have any empathy for them because they have none for you or yours. These uncivilized mutts are capable of anything. You got to remember. Now, these are just words. Remember, there were uncivilized mutts who actually took the steps of taking his life and covering up. And you got others outside of the ones who was right there, who was part of the whole murder scene, the murder altercation, who are covering up for him. And I'm talking about it at the highest level. Yeah, fam. This is what they do. Now, they say that they have people, his friends, who are claiming to have witnessed him use these drugs, right? Look, fam, anything is possible. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm saying I haven't seen any evidence to accept that claim. If somebody's going to tell me Nolan Wells was using drugs, he had drugs in his system, I want to know where they got the information from. Who is the person who is spreading this information? Was it confirmed by toxicology? Or was there some type of documented investigation? Is there documents by investigators? Or is this just simply something that somebody is just trying to pass off as fact? I need to know. Let's get to the bottom of it. See, extreme claims require evidence. You can't just say something like that and think everybody's just supposed to take your word just because you said it. A pair of lips will say anything. A claim that somebody's toxicology, a claim that addresses the use of drugs should be backed up by toxicology reports. Right or wrong, fam? That's all I'm saying. Right or wrong. Last I heard, they were still waiting on the toxicology report, or they have the toxicology report and they are going to present that to the grand jury when they gather the other evidence. But, they're saying one thing, then saying something else. I, for one, believe that they already have the toxicology report. It don't take that long. It do not take that long unless you're wrong. Let me say that again. Do not take that long unless you're wrong. That means that you're trying to cover something up. That means you're trying to doctor something. You're trying to get something just right so you can present it to the public so that you can get the reaction that you're looking for. I'm not buying it. Why is the claim surfacing now? Why is it just now surfacing? Tell me that, fam. Why is the claim surfacing now? Now that it appears that the case is about to get bust wide open. Now that we're closing in, it's like they're panicking and they're throwing everything they have. Ooh, they are diabolical, fam. First, they go after the grieving parents. They review-bombed the grieving mother. And now they're going after the dead son. This is what I want to know, fam. How is it that they're talking about Nolan Wells being drinking heavily, right? They say he's drinking heavily. And now they're saying he was using the booger sugar. How do they know this about Nolan, but nobody else? Because they're not saying anybody else's name. However, a witness early on said that his buddies were known to use booger sugar. They were known to be sniffing cocaine and all that kind of stuff. They were known for that. So perhaps they may have thought that Nolan thought that he was special. He was too much. He was too good to sniff stuff up his nose, that could affect his brain, his body, his life, his career choices. Anybody can make a claim about anything. If you want me to believe it, show me some proof. Where's the evidence? That's what I know. Where is the evidence? I have not seen it. The source matters. Who is saying this? I hope it ain't one of those friends who lawyered up, who took down all of their social media and lawyered up. I hope it ain't one of the friends who kept the phone away from the parents, who kept the keys away from the parents, who refused to answer questions to the parents. I hope it ain't one of them. A drug allegation doesn't answer questions. So let's assume that he was using the booger sugar. Let's assume that he was drunk. It still don't answer the question about what happened. It still don't add up that he allegedly drowned around hundreds of people, surrounded by hundreds of people, and nobody saw him drown. That don't add up. If we're going to demand proof from one side, we got to demand proof from the other side. Right or wrong, fam? That's all I'm saying. Right or wrong? Right or wrong? This is how I know they're lying. Why are these claims just now surfacing? Why weren't they part of the earlier discussions? Because they made them up, fam. If these claims were part of the earlier discussions, it would have immediately created doubt for some people, even people who were supportive of Nolan. It would have created some doubt. They would have been like, well, maybe he did something. Maybe he was too drunk. Maybe he slipped and fell, and maybe it don't add up that he drowned and nobody saw him. He was out there with all those people, but he was drunk and he was doing drugs. So that's what happened to people that do drugs and they get drunk and heavily drunk. Bad things happen. So I guess I'm gonna leave this one alone. I'm not buying it, man. I don't reject the claims because I don't like them. I reject the claims because they're not supported by evidence. If the toxicology report confirms it, show us. That's all you got to do. Until then, all y'all can kick rocks, barefooted, blind, at a concrete plant. No more talk.